Okay, so we are here for ReZero Season 3, Episode 4, number 4. And this is, let's just go ahead and watch the episode right away. And afterwards, there's going to be a lengthy discussion about everything that happened and everything that could happen. So, yeah, let's go ahead and watch the episode. If you enjoy what you watch, make sure to leave a like. If you want to say something to me, please leave a comment. And of course, if you are interested in seeing more reaction, more episodes along with me, make sure to subscribe. I would appreciate it. So yeah, let's just go right away to the episode. Whee! All right. So now we're here. ReZero season 3 episode 4. I'm ready to go. Let's just begin. 1, 2, 3. I messed that up. I messed that up. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Wait, so the credits are already rolling, so we are not going to have an opening this time. I'm kinda scared for Garf and Mimi. But those cultists are very different, it seems. They're they're stronger than Garf? That would be insane. Okay, nice. Mimi is making sure that he stays focused on his goal. That's crazy. How are they so much stronger than Garf? But I have to say that they look very different from all of the other cultists that we have known so far. They are even using different weapons. What the? What is he doing? Okay, it doesn't seem like he's colluding with the cultists. It seems like he wants to be protected by Reinhardt. Uh huh. Which witch? There are remains from a witch, but which witch is it? Okay, there we go. Remain. Yeah, so they have to speak to Kiritaka. This is so this is so exciting. There is like 1,000 things happening in different places, and I just wonder how everything is going to clash. All the royals died from illness? What? So why does she look so young? Oh, there we go. The other Mitya from episode 1, from season 1. That's Hetaro, I think, right? And that's Ricardo's voice. Oh, never mind. The other one was TV. This is hetero. Okay, bro. If they kill Mimi, please don't kill Mimi. Okay. So this is a second announcement from Capella. I mean, is she going to die? Of course. An injury that cannot be healed. Of course. God damn it. Bro, Garf is going to be so down. He's losing so much self-esteem from every angle. He couldn't protect Mimi, and he realized that he wasn't that strong. She loves to say meat scraps. Yeah, they're trapped. Got it. And there's Kiritaka. Dude, don't kill Otto. By this point, I believe this season is going to have at least 1 or 2 permanent deaths. 100%. There is so much going on. I don't see how Subaru could prevent people from dying. But can you actually negotiate with people from the witch cult? I don't think you can. Okay. Where are they? Wait, let me go back. Let me go back. I have to pause. I have to pause. I have to pause. It looked like Typhon, like the Witch of Pride. It looks like her, right? Of course, it seems like it's the body has been mummified, but it kinda looks like Typhon, the Witch of Pride. It looks kinda young. Or of course, there is also the possibility that it could just be a witch that we don't know about. It could be that perhaps the title, that witch is a title, and there's been multiple witches throughout the millennia. But at least from what we have been shown here, it looks like Typhon. But let's see. And of course, they cannot release her, release the remains, because he would flood the city. Got it, got it. There we go. It is her. Damn. But are the witches that bad? Were they that awful that they had to be killed, they had to be trapped and murdered? If you see Typhon, when we were first introduced to her, it seemed like she was very friendly. Of course, there is the fact that it seemed like she was so innocent that she could hurt people without realizing. Hmm. So Typhon was drowned. Yeah, Garfield is going to be so down in the dumps. He's going to be to feel awful. Hetaro and TV were also injured, weren't they? Got it. So a portion of the damage that one of the other siblings receives is transferred to the other siblings. That is not what he wanted to hear. 100%. Okay. Yeah, these guys do not look like the chumps of all of the cultists that are not important. Like the fingers from Betelgeuse, they seem different. Like insanely different. One is gigantic, the other one is slender, and Garf is having PTSD. God damn it. Oh my god, dude. They were blue, and they had like 4 arms, and he had to be protected by her. Yeah, he most likely considers Mimi to... Jesus. He considers Mimi to be weaker than him, and he was protected by her. Even more injuries to his self-esteem. The death god? Holy shit. Okay, I'm realizing something, and it's the fact that considering that there is most likely going to be a lot of fights, like we're seeing, most likely this is going to be an opportunity for the show to go more in depth or explore the magic system of this universe. Because right now we were just introduced to something huge. The fact that there is a death god, the fact that the injuries from said death god not allow, they don't allow people to be healed. So yeah, this is going to be this. It seems that this season is going to be perfect to explore many things, from characters to the power system. Oh, oh, he's back on his feet. Nice, nice. I was honestly thinking that he was going to mop more. Okay, cool, cool. He's back on his feet. I'm worried by the fact that Reinhardt isn't here with us. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? You know what? That was incredible. So everyone was waiting for Subaru to help them. It's like they have so much respect for him that they were really counting on him to assist them. And the moment that it seemed like he was going to go do something else on his own, protect Emilia because he is the knight of Emilia. Everyone was seemed to be disappointed and worried. But the moment that he said that he had to focus on the media, everyone was like, they excel. They were able to breathe again. Interesting. So it's everyone's respect and let's say perspective on Subaru has changed a lot from the last time that we saw all of these characters together in season 1. It seems like everyone actually respects and is aware of the things that Subaru could do, because from their perspective, it seems like Subaru is able to do everything and anything and adapt to anything. That's a cool injury, to be honest. He looks kinda badass. Training for a year, I imagine there has been progress. why does Julius look so cute? Right, he has to go to Priscilla. Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm. It's just so cool, man. It feels great. From Subaru's perspective, it he thinks that he constantly fails, that he's dying over and over again, that he has to commit mistake after mistake to be able to arrive to his desired outcome. But it seems that this is the first time that he's realizing that actually, from their perspective, he's a genuine, enormous, gigantic asset. That's awesome. It feels great. So gluttony needs the name of a person. I mean, I know that gluttony can eat the name of a person and also its memories. But why does gluttony need the real name of a person? Just kiss each other. I'll allow it. Mm. I'm I'm so tense. Oh, you know people are going to die. You know. the thing is, I'm not ready to watch Subaru die over and over again. And I truly believe that there is going to be a permanent sacrifice, and it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. Oh, dude, I'm scared. So, all the bodies became some sort of cocoons. Nice. The slash with no regard for distance. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please don't die, dude. I don't need to watch Subaru suffer right now. It seems that Wilhelm is aware of this, of the curse from the dead god. Damn. Okay, that's the benefit of having 4 arms. Weapons coming from everywhere. And another one. There we go. Break the arms. 6 arms? No, wait. 8 arms? This is so cool, dude. Watching everyone working together. Something is going to go wrong. I can feel it. And Capella. What? Ah, so she was the dragon. The dragon from the opening. She's crazy, man. Meat scraps. Once again. Damn, so it seems that she can sense the emotions from other people? Okay, so he's mad by the fact that all of these archbishops decided to show themselves. Okay, he was buying time. She's kind of a clown, to be honest. Regeneration. Of course. No, dude. Okay. I actually love Capella. I'm loving Capella and Sirius. And Sirius as well, dude. Wait, why? So she's not actually fighting because of the bell ringing? Wait, what is going on with the cocoons? And there's still these 2 people as well. Ah. I'm scared. But this is so cool, man. Watching everyone working together. Oh, okay. What is this? Venti? Okay, Crush, stop being so cute. Ah! Oh, is this going to be Capella actually? Brother. So gluttony above, Capella most likely going to be at the center at the center of the building. Wait, they seem to be dressed differently. It seems like they're wearing a Chinese attire. And perhaps this is the reason for last episode for Gluttony to be saying we are us. So there seems to be two gluttonies because the other glutton is dressed differently. And this one is called Roy, and the other one is Betenkaitos, I think. By the government office. It feels like the episode just began, man. Let me watch the ending. Let me see if I decipher something else. Okay, everyone enjoying, having a great time. Episode 1 scenes. Let me see if there is something else. Which cultist? Of course. Blood everywhere. Those are the bodies that we saw. That's Capella. Sirius. Enjoying herself. Having a great time. Yeah, this is Betenkaitos. It doesn't seem that one doesn't seem to be Roy. And that scene I find interesting because it seems like Regulus. It's actually serious. Like he's actually mad at someone. I don't know if that someone is actually Subaru, because when it comes to editing, you can make it seem like he's mad at Subaru. It could be someone else. But let's just say that at least in that scene, it seems like he's not actually, he doesn't have that mighty attitude that he always has. It seems like he's more serious. He's like looking at his hand and maybe contemplating something, thinking about something that just happened. And then he turns around and he pays attention to the person that made that something happen. I find and it's interesting. And he's also not laughing. He's not smiling like he's always doing. So something happened there. Something is going to happen to him that he is going to make it so his high and mighty attitude is done with. I'm excited to see that. Subaru. It seems that someone dies. It seems to be Subaru, but actually it seems like he's protected by his friends and receives their support. And he understands that he has to walk that thorny path, that bloody path. Oh! Oh! Okay. Brother. I wonder why is that important to him? Does it perhaps have anything to do with his ability, or is just uh, something that has to do with his proclivities, something that he likes? Hmm. Okay, well, that was of course a great episode. Let's talk a bit about it. Wow, discussion. So I was checking the first volume of the of the light novel. Uh, of course, the material was adapted on the first season. I was checking if Emilia's chest was always that big, and it really doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like that is something that happened just for the anime. And over here we can also see it. So yeah, I don't know what's the anime doing, but yeah, it's just that when Emilia comes to the screen, they like to showcase that she is well endowed, at least this season. Now, of course, let's discuss this episode. It was great. So I believe the next episode is going to be very strong. That's when the real fights are going to begin, I believe, because we are going to have below below at the entrance of the government office is going to be those two people, those two hooded witch cultists against Wilhelm and Garf. Now, most likely someone has to arrive to fight Capella. I don't know if that is going to be the next episode. We could center next episode around just Garf and Wilhelm fighting the two hooded cultists, while at the top, when it comes to, of course, Julius, Crush, and Subaru are focused on fighting Roy, the second gluttony, let's call it. That we could center around that, but we could perhaps even change the perspective and just forget about that fight for a moment and just go to and just focus on Amelia. I think that, or now that I think about it, considering the fact that the post-credit scene after the ending was centered around Amelia, most likely we are not going to go back to the government office, and it's going to be centered around Emilia and Regulus' relationship. He said that he had what, like 90 something wives. Perhaps Emilia is going to interact with some of the wives, and we are going to, perhaps while staying with him, she's going to try to discover his weaknesses, and that is something that is going to help us later on. And perhaps that is the reason for him to be so serious in the ending, at the end of the ending, when he's just covering his face and looking very serious while turning around. Perhaps he's mad at Emilia? That could be the case. Perhaps Subaru never saves Emilia and Emilia saves herself completely? I would love that. But okay, yeah, that's speculations for the next episode. Now, of course, when it comes to, as I was saying during the reaction, I'm feeling really bad for Garf, because from the first episode, it seems like his self-esteem has been attacked from all angles since he arrived to Pristella. Of course, he's a kid. Yeah, I believe he's like 14 years old in the second season. I think he said something like that to Subaru. So right now he must be like 15, maybe 16. So, and all of that time, before leaving the sanctuary, it seems like he always thought very high of himself, taking into account that he has always been the strongest person, most likely, in the sanctuary. So now that he arrived to Pristella, and this guy, Reinhardt, just stopped him using one hand, easily, with no effort. Boom, one shot to his self-esteem. Second shot fired at him. The fact that he was weak enough that he was not able to protect Mimi. Although, if you check that scene, it seems like he's just holding Mimi behind him just for her to be hit. Instead of grabbing her and putting her in front of him or something, she has her like this while he's being pursued. So he didn't realize the perilous situation in which they were, most likely. So he then pushed her forward, in front of him. Now, and of course, it's just that something that I enjoyed is that Garfield actually. So I was thinking that perhaps he was going to be down in the dumps for a lot of episodes. It was going to be a huge arc in which he was going to be debating himself. It would require convincing from the other characters for him to stand up on his feet. Eventually, let's say 5 episodes after this one. But it seems that it happened right away. I like that. So now, of course, most likely we are going to keep touching on his self-esteem throughout all of this season, because he still has to deal with the fact that he's been haunted by Elsa. So at some point he has to be liberated, free from her. So that is going to be a whole scene, most likely. Of course, he has to understand at some point that he cannot be the strongest always in all situations. He has to adapt, and he has to understand that there's people stronger than him out there. This is not the sanctuary. He's not the guardian anymore. And now, of course, Subaru, as we were saying as well during the reaction, it's cool to see how Subaru has changed so much in the eyes of everyone else. So the first season, of course, he made a fool of himself. He was a complete clown. I believe it was on the 12th or 13th episode of the first season. It was the episode called self-proclaimed Knight Natsuki Subaru, I believe, something like that. The point is, he proclaimed himself to be a knight. He made a fool of himself. He acted like a clown and everything else. And the perspective of everyone at that point was, this guy is very stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't understand the rules of our world. So why is he boasting so much? You don't even have the strength to back that up. So now, of course, what was huge at that point was the fact that Subaru was not able to erase that impression that he left on them, because the save point was saved just after the fight with Emilia. So that initial impression from everyone is one that he could not change. But, well, thanks to the effort that he put forward, he was able to change all of that. Of course, he defeated the Ma beasts, or the witches called beasts. The two of the three highly dangerous beasts that are roaming the world. I believe that the one that is still out there is the black snake. And when it comes to the black snake, we only saw the poison from the black snake that appeared on the flashback of Emilia, and I think it also appeared on the OVA of Frozen Bond, that was also centered around Emilia's background just after she woke up. And of course, Subaru was able to defeat 2 of those 3 things that have been roaming the world for 400 years. Everyone is going to respect him. And from their perspective, he's almost a god at this point, taking into account that he's able to adapt to almost anything from their perspective. Something happens and he knows right away what is the best decision to take and what to do to avoid any casualties. Of course, they don't know the fact that he had to die like maybe 3-4 times before he was able to decipher what to do. And he had to lose everyone at some point. So it's awesome. And it seems that Subaru finally realized this episode how changed the perspective on all of them is regarding his how he behaves, and the fact that he is considered an important asset. Now his strength is his capability, his ability to adapt to his surroundings, to a constantly changing environment full of murderous enemies. Crazy. And what else happened this episode? Of course, we got to know what happens with what's going on with those two people, those two witch cultists. One of them is completely blue. We have not seen a race in ReZero that is blue, and they can sprout as many arms as they want. What is that? I thought for a second, okay, they have 4 arms, okay, well, multiple stories have a species with 4 arms, it makes sense, whatever, and suddenly they sprouted like 4 more arms on their back? What? So is this some sort of species or perhaps experiment? At some point they have to comment about it. Why are they blue? They have to be some sort of race that we have not gotten to know yet. And of course, there is the second that they seem to be a lady from the silhouette that we have, and they seem to be very good with the sword. And also, it seems that the injuries that they inflict are cursed by the death god. At some point, have we ever spoken about gods in ReZero? I don't think we have never ever mentioned a god. Perhaps this is just the fact, because I was listening to the Japanese and they said Shinigami, of course the god of death. Perhaps they just mean they have the ability to inflict injuries that cannot be healed, and colloquially they decided to just call it an injury from the death god. It isn't like there is really a death god. It's just the fact that the injuries are so serious because they cannot be healed, and they are so serious that you could only assume that they were inflicted by a god of death or something like that. But in actuality, there isn't a god of death. So those two seem to be actual problems. Now, of course, Capella, we got to know a bit more of her, but we know nothing about her. We know something about a person that had the same name as her. So I'm curious to see what is the point. So supposedly all of the royals died from illness, and there was one that disappeared, and the name of that person that disappeared was Capella. Now I'm wondering if this Capella is either the same Capella, or is perhaps someone using Capella's body, or is this Capella but brain damaged by all of the shit that happens in the witch cult, or something like that? I don't know. It's interesting. And we saw more of her personality. She's a mess, man. She's crazy as well as all of the other witch cultists, but it's a different type of craziness. Like she likes to mock everyone. It seems like she's always having fun. Her face, the snout of her dragon form was blown, and she was just laughing, like, showing her tongue and saying, why are you looking at me while I'm looking like this? I'm making fun of everyone, making funny faces while doing fucked up shit. Classic ReZero. And of course, we were introduced to Roy, a second gluttony. Now I'm wondering if there are more. See, I have to sneeze. Sorry. I'm wondering if there is going to be more gluttonies. If this is going to be perhaps the same situation that we had to face with the rabbits. Perhaps they can multiply or something like that. But although maybe they cannot multiply considering that they have different names. So there is individuality and they cannot just multiply like the rabbits did. So I'm curious to see what's going on with that. What's the backstory of all of these characters from the witch cult? I'm just curious. What I know is, at the end of the day, 100% we are going to have a permanent death that Subaru is not going to be able to revert. And also, characters all around are going to be facing situations that are going to make it so we understand them more as a character. I believe that this arc is going to center about the evolution of the characters that we have gotten to know, and for us to actually love them as characters. Because so far we just know this character does that, and we were introduced to them. They have this sort of personality that you can see in other animes, in other shows. And so far, that is as far as the extent of what we know of most of the cast of ReZero. I believe that this season is going to actually evolve, is going to develop a lot of the characters, a lot of them. And we are going to love them, fall in love with them, and most likely we are going to be sad and distraught and feel destroyed whenever one of them dies. That is the point of this season, I believe. It's going to be painful. And I'm here for it. I'm excited for the future. Woo! So for now, that is everything that I wanted to discuss. Most likely I'm forgetting something that I wanted to talk about. But of course, I will talk about it in the next episode if I remember. So that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much for... If you're the type of person that pays attention to this type of discussions, you love the show, and you love to check what other people have to think about it. And that is something that I also love. So yeah, if you're the type of person, I truly appreciate it for you to sit around just hearing what I have to say, and nobody on the internet. I truly appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching the reaction as well. So that is all. Have a great day. If you like what you saw, make sure to leave a like. I truly would appreciate it. It helps a lot. If you want to correct something that I said, or if you need to say something to me, please leave a comment down below. I will respond. And if you're interested in watching more shows with me, you could subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.